Hey there, fellow Gen Xers. It's 2025, and if you're feeling like the world's gone mad, you're not alone. Anxiety's hitting us hard, but guess what? We have got this. Let's dive into some real talk about dealing with anxiety in our middle-aged years. Remember when our biggest worry was whether Kurt Cobain would release another album? Yeah, those were simpler times. Now we're sandwiched between aging parents and Gen Z kids, all the while trying to navigate a world that seems to be on fire, literally and figuratively. But here's the thing, we're a generation that survived dial-up internet and Y2K. We can handle this too. So, let's break it down and talk about how we can manage our anxiety in these crazy times. First up, let's address the elephant in the room, doom scrolling. We've all been there, endlessly scrolling through bad news until 3 a.m. It's time to put a brakes on that habit. Set some boundaries for yourself. Maybe limit your news intake to 30 minutes a day. Trust me, the world will still be there tomorrow and you'll be better equipped to handle it after a good night's sleep. Now, I know what you're thinking. I can handle this on my own. I don't need help. But here's the deal. Sometimes we all need a little support. If your anxiety is starting to impact your daily life, it might be time to talk to a professional. There's no shame in seeking help. In fact, it's one of the bravest things you can do. Now, let's talk about social connections. Remember when we used to hang out at the mall and spend hours on the phone with our friends? We need to bring some of that back, minus the mall bangs and acid wash jeans, of course. Stay connected with your tribe, but be selective. Quality over quantity, folks. Surround yourselves with people who lift you up, not drag you down. Now here's something we're good at. Reevaluating our priorities. We've been doing it since we traded our flannel shirts for business casuals. It's time to take a hard look at what's really important in our lives and set some boundaries. Learn to say no to things that don't serve you. It's not selfish, it's self-care. Speaking of self-care, let's talk about physical health. I know, we are not as spry as we used to be, but moving our bodies is a crucial way of managing anxiety. You don't have to run a marathon. A brisk walk, some stretching, or even dancing in your living room to your favorite 90s playlist can do wonders for your mental health. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Generation X and anxiety. We're the forgotten middle child of generations, stuck between boomers and the millennials. But here's the thing. We're also the generation that is uniquely equipped to handle the chaos of today's world. We grew up analog and adapted to digital. We've seen massive technological changes and economic ups and downs. Because of that makes us resilient and adaptable. And we've got a healthy dose of skepticism that served us well in this era of fake news and social media manipulation. But that doesn't mean we're immune to anxiety. In fact, our position in life right now, often caring for both our kids and our parents, can make us particularly vulnerable to stress and worry. So what do? Well, we can start by acknowledging that it's okay not to be okay all the time. We can reach out to each other, share our experiences, and remember, we're not alone in this. We can also use our Gen X superpowers to our advantage. Our ability to adapt, let's use that to find new ways to manage our stress. Our skepticism, let's apply that to the constant barrage of information we face, filtering out the noise and focusing on what is truly important. And let's not forget our sense of humor. We're the generation that grew up to The Simpsons, Golden Girls, Cheers, The Jeffersons, and so much more. We know how to find the funny, even in the darkest situations. Sometimes a good laugh is the best medicine for anxiety. So my fellow Gen Xers, as we navigate these anxiety-inducing times, remember this. We've weathered storms before and we'll weather this one too. We're the generation that's been through it all and we're still standing. We've got the tools, the resilience, and the snarky comments to get us through this. Take care of yourselves, reach out when you need help, and remember, we're all in this together. Now, who's up for a 90s movie marathon? Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.